The impossible happened. The Easter story is about God doing the impossible. Easter tells us that death doesn't have to have the final word. Earthly power did its worst to Jesus on Good Friday. God's power raised him back to life on that third day, that first Easter day. The impossible happened. Here are some of the facts. The stone was rolled away. Mary and the other women were astonished to see it no longer closing the tomb. The tomb was empty. He's not here, he's risen, was the message of the angel. That's the Easter message to you and to the whole world. Jesus was alive. He met Mary in the garden, as John tells us, and in her grief and distress, she didn't at first recognize him until he spoke her name. Jesus this morning is saying your name. Jesus walked with his friends on the road to Emmaus, as we heard in that story on the video that we watched. And even though they didn't recognize him, Jesus was there with them. And eventually they did recognize him. Jesus wants to walk with you and come in with you today. And Jesus showed himself to the disciples in Jerusalem. He entered a locked room and he transformed the lives of the disciples forever. So those are some of the facts of that first Easter. But for us, on top of all these facts, Easter offers us another Fantastic Four. Do you remember the Fantastic Four? Well, here's Fantastic Four facts. First, and they all begin with F, forgiven by Jesus. You and I can be forgiven. God forgives us whatever we've done in our lives, because Jesus' death and resurrection were all about us being forgiven. And Jesus did that. He died and he rose because he loves us. He loves you and me. The message of Easter is L-O-V-E, love. Generous love, wonderful love, amazing love. Have you got it? Easter's about love. Forgiveness is a sign of love. We can receive also the power to forgive others. In World War II, Corrie ten Boom was imprisoned for helping Jews escape the Nazis in Holland. She lost her sister and father, who both died in Ravensbrück concentration camp. After the war, she met one of the cruel guards who'd become a Christian, and she tells how it was only with the power of God, resurrection power, that she could forgive that man for all that he'd done to her. So first of the Fantastic Four, forgiven by Jesus. Second is followers of Jesus. Because Jesus rose to life, we can follow him now. Not just follow his teachings, but follow him, because he is alive now. He is there to be followed. So forgiven by Jesus, followers of Jesus. Third of the Fantastic Four is that we can be friends with Jesus. His disciples had let him down badly, and yet he came to them and he restored his friendship with them. Jesus wants to be your friend. Jesus is your friend. Enjoy. And the final of the Fantastic Four facts is future with Jesus. Jesus has called you to partner with him in transforming the world. That might sound daunting, but join in and don't be daunted by the size of the task. Jesus knows what he's doing and he knows what you are capable of. So don't say anymore, I can't do that, because Jesus says you can. And ultimately, Jesus says to believers, you'll be with him forever. And it's Easter that makes that possible. So, forgiven by Jesus, followers of Jesus, friends with Jesus, future with Jesus, Easter makes all of that possible. At Easter, the impossible happened. And Easter cries out to us that the impossible can keep on happening. So hang on to the roller coaster as it launches once more this Easter with Jesus in the driving seat. The facts are there for you to see.